It's 7:12 in the morning, and Jamal is standing behind his print shop, staring at water creeping under the back door. He has 2 payroll runs coming, a landlord who expects rent, and a commercial policy he hasn't opened since renewal season. Here's the signal. NOAA says this hurricane season may be below normal, but it also warns one storm can still create a disaster. NOAA's 2026 outlook gives a 55% chance of below normal Atlantic activity, with 35% near normal and 10% above normal. NOAA predicts 8 to 14 named storms, 3 to 6 hurricanes, and 1 to 3 major hurricanes for the Atlantic season. NOAA is clear that an outlook is not a landfall forecast. For small businesses, that distinction matters more than the headline. Because disaster recovery isn't only plywood and flashlights, it's financing speed. And financing speed usually starts with paperwork that already exists. FEMA says SBA business physical disaster loans may provide long-term, low-interest loans up to $2 million for losses not fully covered by insurance. SBA economic injury disaster loans may cover working capital and normal expenses like rent, utilities, health benefits, and fixed debt after a declared disaster. SBA states EIDL first payment is deferred for 12 months. No interest accrues during that period, rates won't exceed 4%, and maturity may reach 30 years. Now, not every business should borrow after a disruption. Revenue may be uncertain, and debt still has to fit your specific numbers. But the file gives you options. Jamal didn't have options at first. He had wet boxes, missing invoices, and a full voicemail. Size, that's the part nobody puts in the preparedness brochure. The first emergency after damage is usually cash, not cleanup. So build one folder before the storm, call it your disaster recovery file, keep it cloud-based, downloadable, and available offline. Use a trusted cloud drive, then export a copy to an encrypted thumb drive, store one copy somewhere outside your building. First tab, Insurance. Save declarations pages, policy forms, agent contact information, deductibles, exclusions, waiting periods, and claim phone numbers. Consider asking your agent one simple question. If I file tomorrow, what documents would slow me down if I don't have them? Second tab, Inventory. Photograph equipment, inventory, signage, leasehold improvements, and work areas. Update it quarterly, not once every 5 years. Don't make this fancy. A slow video walkthrough may help. Open drawers, show model plates, capture serial numbers, then back it up. Third tab, Payroll. Save recent payroll reports, employee counts, benefit costs, contractor lists, and the bank account used for payroll. Fourth tab, Tax Returns. Keep 3 years if you have them, plus current year profit and loss reports and balance sheets. Fifth tab, Leases and Titles. Save your building lease, equipment leases, vehicle titles, loan agreements, and landlord contact details. Sixth tab, Suppliers. Export names, emails, account numbers, delivery schedules, and backup vendors for anything that keeps revenue moving. Softly. Also save customer communication lists outside your primary email. If your systems go down, you still need to tell people what's happening. Then calculate your 30-day survival number, not your dream revenue. Your bare operating costs to stay alive for 1 month. Add rent, payroll, utilities, insurance, software, debt payments, storage, minimum inventory, and essential vendor costs. That's your first recovery target. If the business pays your household bills, consider a basic owner drawline too. Survival math should include the founder staying housed. Add recent bank statements. Lenders and insurers may ask for proof that revenue existed before the event changed everything. Add authorization documents. If you're injured, traveling, or offline, who can speak to the bank, insurer, landlord, and payroll provider? Make a 1-page operating plan. Assign employees, customers, vendors, bank communication, insurance, facilities, and social updates to actual people. Ready.gov's Ready Business program is built around creating preparedness plans before the next disruption, not during the worst hour. Jamal learned this backward. The storm passed overnight. By noon, he had fans running and customers asking about delayed orders. The adjuster asked for inventory proof. The bank asked for statements. His landlord asked what repairs were tenant responsibility. None of those requests were unreasonable. They just arrived when Jamal's brain was already full of wet carpet and missed deadlines. That's why the goal is not perfect documentation, The goal is reducing the number of decisions you make while stressed. Create a recovery checklist with 3 columns: documents to find, people to call, and cash decisions to make first. Name files plainly: insurance, lease, payroll, taxes, inventory photos, bank statements. You want you to find them fast. Protect the folder with strong passwords and 2-factor authentication. You're storing sensitive business information, not a stack of takeout menus. Print a lean physical copy too. Just the essentials: policy page, lease, emergency contacts, payroll provider, bank contacts, and operating expenses. Cloud only sounds efficient until the power is out, the router is dead, and your password manager needs a device you can't charge. Test the file once. Pretend your building is closed. Can you find the lease, payroll report, and inventory photos from home? Consider calling your bank before anything happens. Ask what they would need for a temporary line, payment deferral, or disaster documentation. Your accountant may help clean up reports now, while the lights are on and nobody is asking for tomorrow's cash. Leans in. This content is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult with a qualified financial advisor or business consultant before making significant financial decisions. SBA says eIdeal is designed to help impacted small businesses survive until normal operations resume after a declared disaster. SBA disaster assistance also includes physical disaster loans for repairing or replacing damaged business property after eligible events. Insurance may respond first, SBA may respond later, and savings may bridge the middle. One approach is preparing for all 3 lanes. Ask your agent about business interruption coverage, flood exclusions, deductibles, and waiting periods. Many owners discover the gaps after the loss. If you can, consider building a small cash reserve tied to that 30-day number. Even partial reserves may buy breathing room. Open the folder this week. Spend 20 minutes a day. Insurance Monday, payroll Tuesday, taxes Wednesday, lease Thursday, suppliers Friday. Back up daily sales reports from your POS system. If the register floods, your revenue history should not disappear with it. Save merchant processor contacts and login recovery steps. After a disruption, getting paid again can be as important as reopening. For equipment, capture serial numbers, purchase receipts, maintenance records, and replacement estimates. A blurry photo is better than memory. For vehicles, save registration, insurance, titles, loan details, and photos from every side. Your van might be your revenue engine. For licenses and permits, save current copies. Some reopening delays happen because the paperwork is gone, not because the building is. For employees, keep emergency contacts, preferred communication channels, and payroll status. People need clarity fast when their job site closes. For vendors, list backup suppliers in nearby cities. Your usual distributor may be dealing with the same outage you're. For customers, prepare a plain update template. We're closed. We're operating limited hours, or we're taking orders through this channel. For local help, save utility outage contacts, city emergency management, landlord maintenance, insurance agent, accountant, banker, and neighboring business owners. After damage, photograph before moving things when it's safe to do so. Then keep receipts for cleanup, repairs, temporary space, and rentals. Safety comes first. Don't enter a flooded, burned, or unstable space just to collect paperwork. Digital prep helps because you can wait. Track lost revenue daily during the interruption. Save canceled orders, appointment gaps, refund requests, and notes about why work cannot happen. Warmly. If this kind of practical finance signal helps, follow the show. We keep it grounded because your business deserves useful information before panic starts. Review the file twice a year. Tie it to insurance renewal and tax season when the documents are already on your desk. If a disaster is declared, check official SBA, FEMA, state, and local channels. Eligibility, deadlines, and terms can vary by event. Compare any loan with your cash forecast. A low rate may help, but repayment still needs room inside the rebuilt business. And don't assume speed. During widespread events, systems get crowded. A complete file may not make things instant, but it tends to reduce friction. Jamal's turning point came later. He rebuilt the file after the flood, then used it during a power outage 6 months later. Noé's warning is simple. It only takes one hurricane or tropical storm to cause a disaster. That's finance reality too. Preparedness is not pessimism. It's respecting the business you've built enough to protect its ability to restart. This weekend, make the folder, add insurance, photograph assets, export payroll, save the lease, and calculate that 30-day survival number. Then tell one trusted person where the file lives. A recovery plan nobody can access is just another locked drawer. The storm may never come near you, but if it does, future you will be grateful you built the file before the water. Remember, this content is for informational purposes only and is not financial advice.